All right, so today starts our summative, which means this is our big project. This takes up a lot of our grade. So you're going to go to daily assignment, and we're going to scroll down. I'm actually going to have you wait to open your computers and just follow along for a minute because I don't want you to get confused when you're looking at it. So on summative assignment right here, or summative assessment, this is today's date. You're going to have 3 days in class to work on this. You're going to have Tuesday and Thursday in class, Wednesday at home, and then Friday you can finish up and ask questions too. So click on summative assessment when I tell you to. And so this is what we referenced a couple weeks ago on like our Friday review day. I gave you a heads up about this project because to me, this one seems a little bit big. So throughout this biochemistry unit, we have covered 3 main topics: the property of water, biomolecules, and enzyme activity. The main skills we have focused on as we discussed these topics were developing models and constructing explanations. So the project for this unit is going to have you doing both of these things. You're going to make a model and you're going to explain what is happening in your model and how something works. So the first thing we need to do is read the rubric. So I'm going to pull the rubric up for you so we can see what that looks like. But I have to hit next a couple times here. Almost there. Okay, so the rubric is right here. So the first thing that you're going to be graded on is your ability to create a model. To get the full points, like 10 points for this part, you are going to have to use a model to accurately and clearly demonstrate the chosen property. So one of the properties that we're going to go over about water or proteins and enzymes. And your model is going to successfully show what is happening, how it's happening, and why it's happening, okay? You lose a little bit of points if you don't get the what, how, and why, okay? So if you just show what's happening and how, you still get a 9. So it's pretty good because the why part is what's really complicated to me. So then to get the full points for constructing your explanations, you're going to have to thoroughly and accurately explain every facet, which means every part of your model to support the main idea, so that property that you chose. The explanation makes it clear how their model shows what it shows and the why and how it works again, okay? So this is going to be, you're really explaining all the details, how it works, why it works, and what it's showing. There's another category here called documentation, which is going to say that all required slides are included and presented as instructed. So the slideshow has been proofread, including no errors in spelling or grammar. If we have some small errors, we just lose a couple points, okay? So this is where we need to get help from me and Ms. Coleman. We need to use like our tools to make sure that we're double checking like the proofreading. So we can show you how to take advantage of the technology to help with that part. The slideshow, like we're giving you a template and you're going to be filling things in. So you just make sure your writing is the best that you can do. All right, so that was our first step. We had to read the rubric, and it's a lot. That's why we're taking like 3-4-ish days for this. So let's go back and look at what we're actually doing. Okay, so we read the rubric, check. We're gonna focus on one of the 3 topics that we did above. So you get to choose which one of these you think you're gonna do the best on, whether you think it was water that you understood, those biomolecules, or enzymes. So this is, you get some control over your final model that you're making. Each of these topics has a different page in the module that gives more specific instructions. But the main idea of what you are doing will always be the same. You're going to make and sketch plans or ideas for how you could build a model showing the topic in action with as much detail as possible. So it's a really long sentence. But what that means, you're going to make like a drawing first of all three of what you could make. And then you're going to pick which one you think is the easiest for you to make that you'll score the best on. And you're going to actually make that one. Okay. So you're going to sketch out 3 plans, but you're only building one model. Then you're going to write a detailed explanation of what your model is showing. And you're going to make sure that this is all in your own words. So no copy and paste from the internet for this one. The Turnitin, where it like checks to see if you copied and pasted, is going to be turned on this assignment. So this needs to be your work. Both the designs for your model and the explanation are going to be put into a Google slideshow. And now we're going to start talking about what this looks like. So let me show you the template. So you're going to click on this orange link and it will have you make a copy of this guy. So this is what your final product's going to be. We're going to put your sketch, okay, of what you think your model should look like. And then here is where you type the words explaining what's happening in your picture. You're going to do that for water, for the macromolecules, and for enzymes. Then you're going to pick one of these 3 and actually build it out of household items. And you're going to put your model on the last slide. Okay. So the last slide, we have some suggestions on what you can do for your like one that you build out. You can do the stop motion video, which means that you like take pictures of it in different phases and then you put all those pictures together, like kind of like a comic strip, or you can have it as a video where it goes through it. A diorama is like you take the shoebox and you have like the pieces in there that can move around. If you are like an awesome coder and you want to make a video like computer animation, you can do that. You can do posters. You can use Legos, Play-Doh. Some people use toothpicks and marshmallows to build their models. Some people have used pasta and yarn, or pipe cleaners and beads and paper clips. So just like a kind of idea, here are some pictures of like the beads on a string and the pipe cleaners and the paper clips, like to see how household items can be turned into something that represents these molecules. All right, so let's look at the first one together. So you're going to do a sketch for the properties of water. You get to choose one of the 4 properties shown here. So you can choose water as a universal solvent. You can choose cohesion and adhesion. Water has a high specific heat, or ice floats on the surface of the water. And for the property that you chose, you're going to come up with a sketch of what that looks like. What are the molecules doing? So go back in your notes, like we said, did I link it on here? No. So you'll go back and you'll look at your water assignment and you can look at the videos to see what you can draw to represent these. So let's do this part together and I can give you some feedback before you keep going. So I'm going to give you all some paper. You need something to write with. And I want you to choose one of these 4, and you're going to sketch out a plan for a model that you could make for water, okay? And then you're going to show it to us so that we know that you understand how to do this part of the directions today. So let me get you your paper. You find something to write with. Oh, we need to stop that recording.